You should be able to hear me now. You should be able to hear Matt. Matt, can you talk for me, please?
Hello, everybody.
Okay. We've just
How you doing?
had a very quick let's get everything set up again. So, Matt's computer has just died on us, which has left us with one option. I'm going to be driving tonight. So, what could possibly go wrong with that, Matt?
It sounds awesome. I mean, I'm already looking forward to it.
I'm sure you are. So, right, let's go to. Is it Raymond Roston?
Ryan Raw Ruston is what you're looking for,
The
yeah.
one I pronounce incorrectly every time. Yeah. Okay, the chat, you need to help me because getting this moving is going to be an experience. Oh, there's an introduction. Should I do the introduction or not, or just the tutorial?
Yeah, do the tutorial.
Yeah, okay, let's do the tutorial. Right.
It's a really good tutorial. It will take you through what you need to know.
I've heard this is a good tutorial, so, we're about to find out. And yeah, let me know if everything sounds okay, because I've set OBS up really quickly, so you should, hopefully, all be able to hear everything all right. No, there hasn't been another coffee incident. Matt's computer just had a meltdown.
No, I've been using it. It's this laptop has never had very good ventilation, and I've been
Wait.
using it all day,
Is it introduction?
play testing things,
Is it
and
one of these
it's
I need
actually it's under tutorial.
Oh,
You want the G6 introduction. I mean, it was trying to start it, but you went back to the menu and ignored it.
oh wait, no, yeah, so it is under training.
Yeah, it's under training.
Yeah, oh.
G6 introduction at the end.
Oh, I think it was trying to start a different one. It's going swimmingly so far.
I need to go and get it, to be honest, Liam, but I also don't want to potentially bring any COVID into the office either, so I've been making do with
This
what
is
I've
a
got.
G6 diesel locomotive in the grey-green factory livery. The light shunting and mainline locomotive is operated as Class 650 at Deutsche Bahn.
Okay.
In this introduction, you will learn how to get the G6 ready to drive and master the most important operating steps of the drive and brake controls. Climb on board.
It's very pretty looking.
First of all, we need to make sure that the main air pipe supply is on. Open the doors to the air system compartment and close the cut-off valve.
Matt, you need to talk while I'm concentrating.
Well, I don't want to overdo the voiceover, you see,
Fair enough. Wait, what's that?
and I can't hear the stream, so
You can't hear it?
no,
Oh no, because we're in the thing.
we're in the thing.
Right, press the left arrow key to change the camera. Hold on, I'm gonna stand up. What am I looking at? Put in the battery key. Switch battery power to on. To shunting. I'm concentrating quite a lot here, guys. So if I'm not reading the chat, it's because I'm really trying to get this going.
This locomotive has two driver desks.
The voiceover is
Only one desk is active at any time.
Hang on.
Activate the desk to be used with one of the direction selection buttons.
Wait, can I choose which one I want to do?
Note that active desk and the currently selected direction of travel can only be changed when the locomotive is
No,
at a
you want the one
halt
that you
and
were
all
facing
6
at before you
operating
started
levers
turning around
are in
everywhere.
the middle position.
It just won't let you sit down, unfortunately. I found this when I did it because I stood up.
Oh.
It wouldn't let me sit down.
I
so
should have
sorry,
stayed
the rest
sitting.
of it will work fine. So
You can
Okay.
deactivate the desk by pressing
can
the
quite
active
happily
direction
continue, you just
selection
can't sit
button
down.
again. This is required if you want to shut down the locomotive. This is not necessary if you want to change the desk.
yeah, I don't have this on my Xbox, unfortunately. But I've got
This
every other
locomotive
DLC, but I
has
don't
4
have this one yet.
different braking systems. The
Oh,
train
it's
brake,
Control Zero. That
the
was what we
direct
found out
brake,
the other day.
the spring-loaded
Control
brake,
Zero, as I
and the
found out, got reminded
hydrodynamic
about.
brake.
What's
Scored
Control
on
Zero?
quite hard.
Oh! Ooh!
All brake levers, as well as the power and brake handle, use a time control.
Control Zero will
The longer
teleport
you
you back
remain
into
in
the
a
cab.
position, the more the
I'm
value
sure I can have
changes
a
until
quiet
the
word with somebody,
maximum
but I
or
can't do it, but
minimum
that doesn't help
has
me
been
tonight.
reached.
Okay, release the train brake.
I want to call the train brake Kraken in future,
Because...
because then you can say release the Kraken.
Oh! It's a really bad joke, but I like it. And then... Wait for the parking brake to be released. How long does it take to be released? Oh, not very.
In order to apply power and start driving, you have to move the power and brake handle to the foremost position and hold it there until the
This is a
desired
fun
amount is
little
reached.
loco to drive.
Then let go to hold the power at that level.
Christoph says it's a difficult tutorial. Well, if I can manage it, Christoph, right? I believe in you. So, I'm going to put the power and brake handle into power increasing position. No, that's power decreasing. No. Which way does it go?
Forwards,
Oh, there.
power increase.
You keep going. I see. Hell, did you put it in
You want
100%?
increase.
Oh,
Forwards.
wait. That's really confusing. What do I do, Matt?
Push it forwards.
That way. Oh. Oh, that was.
Well, don't see that way because I can't see what you're doing. There you go.
Yeah.
On the stream, you've got speeds.
Oh, I'm
Many-
speeding
many.
horrendously now.
The hydrodynamic brake is operated with the
How's the
power and
control?
brake handle. It allows the fine control of brake amount and operates almost wear-free. Now brake with the hydrodynamic brake. Pull the power and brake handle all the way back and hold it there until about 50%
That's
braking
quite
force
impressive
is
acceleration,
reached.
isn't it? Sonic
Then-
Skulls. Well done.
Yeah. Okay, so same thing again, but to about 50%, did it say? Yep. And then off. Oh gosh.
I would give it all of the stops, to be
Yeah, I'm
honest.
gonna give it all of the stops.
I don't think the tutorial was written for someone doing 300 miles an hour in a yard.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going at perfectly acceptable speed in the yard.
A peculiarity of the dynamic brake of the G6 is that it increases in braking force as speed decreases. Always keep this in mind during your run. Very good. Now
Very
drive
good,
to
Matt.
the specified location and
This
use
is a
the
good
dynamic
loco to
brake
get the
again
hang of
to stop
because
the locomotive.
the 612 in Dresden Chemnitz has a similar control system.
Okay, right. I'm using the
So-
keyboard controls. I know I'm a heathen, but I think it's the best way to do this. Trying to use the mouse is gonna end up in me derailing or something. I went past a smidge. Oh, am I gonna have to go back now because I'm too far past
Yeah, you've
it?
got to go back because you went past it. Just go back gently.
How does one set it to reverse?
You press the there's the button in front and the button behind the throttle control. You want the button nearest to you is the reverser.
That one.
Again, I can't see what you're seeing.
You'll see
yeah,
it.
on the stream, that's the one. That's the right one. It says. It's press that and it should light up.
I'm trying it, ain't doing it.
Oh, put the controller in the center position where it's in the off position.
Okay. Nope, trying to do it. Power brake off. Then backwards. Oh, there we go.
Now press the reverser button. That's it.
And then let's.
And then you put it.
Oh, try
Use
now.
the A key. Just gently give yourself a bit of power.
Gently. Easy now.
Power off.
I'm doing all the brake. Oh, I want to brake. Brake faster.
The normal brake key
Stop.
does work.
We did it.
Okay.
We did it, people.
Brake.
Wintersville, I was not trying to floor it then.
Now let's change the gas to drive in the other direction. Apply the direct brake and move all levers to the center position.
Okay. Right, so let's put this back in off and then move the loco brake lever to apply. I'm gonna be a pro on this in no time. Move the train brake lever to hold. Move. Ooh.
Yes, because once all of those controls are centered, the power and the 2 brake controls are centered, you can switch cabs.
Okay, that's nifty. So now that's like, is that like shutting off that part now?
Yeah, essentially, it's in a neutral state, which means you can use either cab.
Gotcha. Right, we're going forward. Release. Release.
Well done. Now couple
done.
to the wagons on siding 406. First contact the dispatcher and ask for clearance to enter.
Okay. Oh wait, can't you contact the signaller like that?
Press and hold the telephone.
No, I cheated.
You could do that, don't you?
Although I think it wants me to use that.
Yeah, I think it wants you to press
Yeah,
and
no, it
hold.
wanted me to touch the button. Okay. Am I going to just move now? Will it move? Is it gonna move? It's moving. Don't forget the hat, okay. Take it. You can wear the hard hat, which I think is an excellent touch.
It is good, isn't it?
I mean, Jason said if Nat can drive, JD has to next, surely. I mean,
There's a clearly yes, obviously.
as long as the standard isn't too high, then yes, we can both do it.
What would be fun? Sam's talked about a shunting challenge, and I wonder whether or not the shunting challenge needs to be in the G6. I think that might be fun.
I mean, I feel like I've got a distinct advantage of this stream now. I mean, look at me getting it moving.
Definitely the boss, that's for sure. Right, now, votes everybody, how hard will we hit the wagons?
Oh no, I'm supposed to be oopsie.
Dang it, I wish I hadn't said it.
You shouldn't have said anything because the answer was going to be very. No, oh no. We're going into 100% brakes.
Remember your normal brake keys work as well, the apostrophe and so forth.
We're stopped.
Yeah, you're doing fine.
Yeah. Now I
Just
can
need
do
to
the
buffer
slow
up to
thing.
them now.
I'm supposed to be helping me, not encouraging me to fail. Okay, we got this. We
In
got
my
this.
words, was the biggest positive and biggest negative. The biggest positive is difficult to narrow down because there's so much right about this thing. It's got really good sounds, really good physics, really interesting and unique control system. It is just a fun train. It's a fun train to drive. I'm not sure what the biggest negative is.
What do I do now they're really close together?
Yeah, you've got your power. Have you got your power on still? Okay.
It's making a funny noise. That doesn't sound like it's supposed to be doing that. You can't hear it, but there's like, it's like something being whacked with a wrench or something.
Sometimes feels slow when the train is going up. How do you mean going up, Red Leader? Okay, so,
That's what I needed to do.
Should just be able to click that and that's it. Something.
Now switch back to the first desk and drive to the specified location.
Ooh. Alright, so I need to do the thingies back into the...
Yeah, things into neutral.
Yeah. Right, let's pull that off.
Yeah, it's not the most powerful thing, but I guess Red Leader, because this thing's got two different drive modes. One is for shunting, one of them is for long distance. Long distance will be weaker but can go faster, whereas the shunting one is more powerful.
Skip a step.
You should be able to hit that reverse button. Is it working?
Uh-uh.
Oh no, the throttle lever's not in the centre, is it?
This one isn't. It doesn't look like it is. But hold on. Will it put me in the other seat? Which seat? It's put me in the seat. It isn't working. Oh, now it is. It might have been me.
Yeah, fast mode won't have the hauling power, Red Leader, so you might find actually shunt mode gives you more hauling power for the hills.
Power brake handle to the pallet. Okay, let's apply some power.
Yeah, that hasn't gone into forwards, has it? Put it back into centre.
Forward. Yeah, it isn't happy. See? Do it. Do the thing. Is it because that one's not in the centre?
Yeah, I think it's, but yeah, that's why, because that's still active, so you need to just pop over there and reset that.
How does... Oh yeah, let's put that into off. There we go.
That's it. Now you should be good.
Now are you going to behave? Yeah. Come on! Oh, yeah, no it did.
That's it, you should get some power now.
Well, it's... Okay, I'm just gonna... We're going for it with the power.
Does this operate kind of like the super modern version of the 363? I mean, basically, yeah. I mean, it's a much newer shunter. I think someone was saying in the last stream, 2008, 2009. You know, whereas a V60s are elimination.
Look at me go! Move the power. Okay. You don't need to set power to 10 all of the time. It said I needed to achieve over
Train
a
brake is
certain
used when
speed.
moving more heavy trains. However, you can use also the dynamic brake until just right before the stop.
You're doing alright.
Always pay attention to the train weight. The heavier the train, the
It's a
less
bit different.
effective the dynamic
One
brake
of the things
is
I
in the
like
upper
is when you
speed
get a
range.
train and it's got some slightly different controls in it, and it just makes you have to think about it a bit more.
To brake with the train brake, move the brake lever back one step. The main air pipe will now be emptied over time. Then move the lever back to the holding position to maintain the applied braking force. Move the brake lever to brake and leave it there until the main air pipe pressure reaches about 4 bar. Then move it back to stop and wait until the train comes to a halt.
Okay. Move the train brake lever to hold. Nifty.
Very good. Now release the brakes again by moving the brake lever to release
Who made
and
the
leave
ad,
it there.
Nigel? This is TSG, Train
Then
Sim
drive to
Germany.
the specified
My
location. Wait a moment until the brakes are completely released.
Just move the brake. Oh, wait. Do I need... There's a red light up ahead. We're good. We're good. We're good. Let me go. Oh, have I not charged the brakes enough or something? Because we're not moving.
No, you're not. Your brake's still got loads of air in it. You need to release the loco brake.
Wait. Which one's the loco brake?
The one on the right hand side.
It is. See? Release.
Okay.
Also release.
So why have we still got air in the brake cylinders then? That's odd. Go and take the power off and go and have a look at the other
Okay.
deck and just make sure there's nothing been wiggled on there. Yeah, the loco brake is still set on that side.
Oh, does it need to be...
That's on hold. Put it on release. Oh no, it's supposed to be hold. It's supposed to
It's
be.
supposed to be hold. Yeah.
Yeah. Why is it giving us SAS then?
Set power to 40% or so. Okay, let's see what happens.
Supply the beans.
You don't have to tell me twice. No, it's just. Oh, we are moving. It was just me being silly. Thank you,
No,
Jack.
you're just dragging against the brakes now. It's really weird.
Am I?
Yeah, never mind. If it works, you know.
Yeah, we're going.
Ben says only negative for him is that it's not available on other routes. Yep, that's a fair point. It's not, although that's not necessarily the fault of this product. The other routes aren't set up to accept this one. Someone was saying that earlier on on the forums that they couldn't quite understand why the shunter doesn't just swap in. It's just a really boring reason. It's bigger than a 363. It really is the long and the short of it. It's bigger than a 363, and therefore it won't auto shunt swap in, and we need to go in and add in the length extensions and re-simulate the timetables with it, with that taken into account. That's all. Like I said, it's an excessively boring reason, but that's the reason it's not substituting it. Right, Nat's driving.
Did they comment on the quality of the driving and the lack thereof?
Everyone's saying it's absolutely smashing.
No, are they? Oh, I heard somebody ask for the horn
Smashing
earlier. Hold
everything
on.
around the train. Smashing the train.
They know this horn. That was an excellent horn.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, can you just hold that loco lever in the release position?
Which one? This?
Your two brakes, they're both in release, aren't they?
Yeah.
So that should be releasing. Oh, here we go. Oh, now you're going to start roaring off, so watch your throttle. You've just released your brakes.
Oh.
Cut the power back to the metal. That's it.
Okay. Yeah. Look at you helping me not to get it horribly wrong. Oh dear, I can't see anything.
Leaves.
Oh dear. That's fine.
That's it.
Please don't splash. Please don't splash. Please don't splash.
Remember your other brake.
No, it's fine. We've got this right. Wait for a moment for my heart rate to return to normal, yes. You wanted me to drive. This is what happens when I drive. Okay. So I need to set up that side now,
That
right?
didn't work.
Oh, is it just in reverse now?
Yeah, it's just a reverse move now, I think, but that didn't work.
No, it's because I wasn't in off. There we go.
It's better. It's lit up now.
Yep. And then from the outside.
This is the tutorial, Cameron, yeah? Yes, make sure your brake levers
Oh
are
wait,
set
that's
on.
brake
So your brakes are
levers.
off.
Power.
No, there you're applying your brakes. That's it now. Power. Power.
Oh wow. Oh, it really does like give it some when
When it's in max throttle.
it's really loud. It's really turn it down.
But yeah, as I was saying earlier, it's for those of you that pick this one up, learn to drive the controls on this one because it will help you with the 612 cabinets. This is very, very similar. It's another QSK engine on the 612, so the controls are similar as well.
Yep. I was going to say, hopefully this will help anybody. Me not knowing what to do will help anybody else that doesn't know what to do.
I wouldn't have known. You're doing a great job.
Thanks. Yes, for some more.
Why have German trains got so many clicky and moving things? No, trains have got lots of clicky and moving things in it.
I might go a little bit faster just because I can. Yeah, we could probably do a scenario after this, Joshua. I'm happy to do one of them. I agree, the instructions would help.
It's using the wrong microphone. It's using this little thing next to me. Hang on. Let me change that real quick. Microphone to the Rode 10 Pro. Is that better?
Oh, that's much better.
Hello.
Oh, very cinematic all of a sudden. Now, the stop marker, right?
Yeah, so
I
use
just-
the rear camera
Yeah, I think it's supposed
brake,
to.
brake.
Yeah, basically, I'm just gonna stop.
Let's
no.
stop. Yeah, you're already over the stop
Wait,
mark.
am I going?
You need to
I'm
focus.
just speeding up.
Take the buffers off.
No, braking.
Braking something.
Trying to stop. There we go.
Yeah, using the hydrodynamics, it's better to use the air brakes when you're actually trying to stop it with wagons on.
Before we uncouple the wagons, a word about safety. Always put on your hard hat when you work outside the driver's cabin. Now take it off briefly and put it back on. Think of this as an exercise.
Oh, they want me to take it off. Fine. Put my hat back on. Hard hat, lay down the hard hat. Where is it? There. It won't let me.
This-
Oh, it's on the other side, isn't it? Duh. Fine. Okay. I really like that.
Well done. Safety at work is important. Therefore, never forget to use the hard hat. Now, uncouple the wagons, please.
Do you have to go out, or should you? Ooh, you can stand on the steps. Ooh, that had a bit of a fit.
It does. Hashtag physics.
Okay. Are they gonna do the thing?
It's fine, it's uncoupled.
Okay.
It's telling you to move the train now.
Okay, we'll move the train. Close the door.
Well, before you sit down, or if you have sat down by now, press the E and stand up again.
I have.
And click on the back of the chair.
Oh, I love it! Oh, that's amazing. I really like that. Okay, right, is it gonna... I'm gonna have to do the driving.
Set to your control and then put it in full.
Oh, I just pushed... Well, that's where the CFA button is. Right, and then forwards, right? Release. Okay, let's see if we'll go. We're going! Yeah, we're definitely going. It's quite a powerful little thing, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Shunting locos are generally powerful but not fast. That's it. You've just got to stop here. Unfortunately, the stop marker is right next to the red light.
Oh. Gosh. Okay, we're doing the brakes flat out now. We're okay. Stop. No!
Well done.
That was stressful.
Excellent. You have successfully completed this introduction. You have mastered the basics of operating this G6 locomotive.
Nice. Oh, well, I enjoyed that.
It's a fun little unit. It's a fun little loco.
Yeah.
And Mike has put together a really interesting set of services in the service mode as well, adding to the timetable.
Yeah, should we do one of the scenarios?
Yeah, do a scenario, because
Yeah.
you'll get a bit more guidance from the scenario about what to do.
That's what I thought. And yes, it was gold. Thank you. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Right, explore scenario. Where are my G6 ones?
Scroll the other way.
It's too late. There. That is 65 minutes long. We are not doing that one. Okay, we're gonna have to do one of them. Oh no! What did I just click on? Oh dear. Sorry. I don't know what that was, so we're going back to the main menu. Oops. Oh yeah, that wasn't.
You should use the mouse wheel to scroll, by the way.
How?
Just use the mouse wheel, scroll up and down.
Oh. That's much better. Oh. We're doing that one.
We're doing that one.
We're doing that one. I did not click on the 120 minutes one. If I did, we're not doing the whole 120 minutes. I feel like I'd have a meltdown in
We
that
should do the
time.
whole 120 minutes, shouldn't we? folks?
45 minutes, yeah, we can do the 45 minute one. Right. Stop at location as indicated. Okay. So I need to be in forward. That should just go now, right?
It told you that there was a train in front of you, I think. So if you have a look on the map in number 9 view.
Which one's me? The dark blue?
Yeah. Just follow the blue line and see where that goes.
There. There in. There's nothing in
Okay,
front
so
of
you're
me.
just pulling to that up to that point, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
All good.
Let's see if we'll move.
Gentle bit of power.
We're doing it. We're doing the moving. Watch the red. I will watch the red. Thank you for the heads up on the red, because that would be less than ideal. It's almost like you've watched me driving before.
Basically, when you say full breakdown, you're talking about now on the train.
You said full break now? No, we're good. We're good. I've got this.
Oh, you almost dropped now, jeez. Doing well.
Big break. I want to say it was controlled, but there was a lot of panic going on there with the button pushing.
Nobody noticed. It looked perfectly in control to us.
Liam said, if I spad, I need to blame you.
That's fine.
Yeah, I think I agree with
Every
that.
time it's bad, I
Yeah.
blame you.
Okay, so we have a minute to wait now. Should we watch stuff going past?
Ooh, hello, train.
I'll probably find it easier to stop with the train brake while I'm pulling the wagons. That's probably some good advice.
Yep.
Train brake's the one with the...
It's the apostrophe and the semicolon.
Yeah. I was just going to use the hand quotations. What am I playing on?
Oh, comma.
I'm playing on the work PC. Before anyone asks the specs, I have absolutely no idea what this is. Work were like, here's some new PC because your other one keeps crashing, and I was like, thank you very much, and that was all I asked. So, right, we have a kilometre to go.
Just be able to drop the hammer.
Yeah. Noise. PZB now need to turn it on. Be nice to me, Sonic. I think we should consider ourselves lucky I've got it moving.
Which camera moves you talking about, Thelonious? As far as I'm aware, they just use a gamepad.
I think it's just they use probably the free camera mode, which would be 8.
Yeah.
Oh, how do I turn the wipers on?
Use the V key. I can't remember where the switch is.
Oh, I wanted to push the button.
There'll be a button there somewhere.
We're gonna press the button. Wipers. I think it's fast, or that we're gonna do slow wipers. There we go.
That's what I do, Senator. If I want to know where the control is, I just press it a lot until I see what's moving. Doesn't always work.
Should we have a look at
20 minutes later, I eventually give up trying.
Well, I'm actually enjoying this quite a lot, you know.
It's a lovely little unit.
Yeah. Yeah, I've watched the tutorial on German signalling by Matt, but I've lost my cheat sheet since I moved house, so I need to watch it again. I basically wrote down the really important bits that he told us, like which magnets do what.
That was pretty close to the stuff.
Oh dear, I need to slow down significantly, I think. No, was it the train brakes letter?
Train brake.
Well, I accidentally put it in emergency, so oops.
There you go. Boom.
We've got some nice wheel slip going on. But we're stopped. So close to the thing. Okay, how do I recover from this emergency stop?
You have to release the brakes.
Both of them. I'm assuming you probably have to put it in.
You're waiting for the brake pipe to come up, so just hang on a second.
Okay.
At the moment, the brake pipe is coming up, and once the brake pipe gets up a little bit, you'll see the BC number go down.
Dr. Bart said perfect stop. I mean, I stopped, so...
It was fine. You know, any stop you can walk away from.
I see that as an absolute win.
It stopped before a red light.
Okay,
Yeah, your brakes look like they come off now on the stream, so you should be good to nudge forward.
yeah, there we go.
Yeah, my desktop PC has been updating for about the last 6 hours. Train Simulator Drive, that's the one I was trying to use tonight.
Oh, was I even supposed to stop then, or was it just a go via?
That was a go for by the looks of it. That's right, I stop at go vias all the time.
Well, that was a really good demonstration on how to recover from an emergency stop.
Yep. That was the point, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah, that was
The whole
entirely,
purpose.
that was the plan.
There is no season ticket anymore, GTFR. It was related to the rush hour release, but those routes are now just available on their own. 40 limit up from this signal.
Yeah, another practice stop definitely couldn't have. I agree. Excellent. Liam said
I think the red was more important than the go via.
I agree, yeah, there was a red not long after the go via, but I thought it was a stop, so I didn't really worry about the red. But now the red makes a bit more sense, because you're not
Yep.
supposed to stop. Oh, and I can do 60. Ooh, 80. We're giving it full power.
Oh, apologies folks, I seem to have a bit of a cold.
said, I love how Matt sounds like a driving instructor. Well, it's funny you say that. Before we started like the second part of the stream, I said to Matt, I was like, I'm gonna need you to teach me how to get this moving. So that's probably why.
What's my favourite signalling system? The German signalling system with PZB. It's just wonderful.
So
Let's go via.
I knew that.
So you don't need to stop.
Yeah, I was just checking how to use the other brakes. That's what was happening there. I really need to read those instructions.
Well, you've got to test the brakes, haven't you? You know.
Yeah, well now I know how to use those other ones. as
Reassure
well.
yourself that you know how to use them and that they
Yeah.
work. And
So thanks to those two go buyers, I now know how to recover from emergency stop and how to use the other brakes.
go you. Another go about 10 kilometres.
Oh, and it is a go buyer again. We're making a good case for why go via need a different icon. I agree with that, or like a different colour or something, so you know.
It can't just be a different colour, it'll have to be a different icon.
Make it.
If it was just a different colour, then colourblind players wouldn't be able to see the
that's a good
difference.
point. You could make it square.
Well, the original design for it was, you see where the arrow goes into it, the original design was essentially that it would go in and come out, like it was bouncing with it.
Yeah,
But
that
for
was.
some reason that never got put into the UI. I don't quite know why, but we'll try and get that fixed.
I'm curious to know how many people in the chat have been playing this today as well.
Yeah, how are you getting on with it?
Yeah.
How many of you got it?
You've been enjoying it.
Do ping Mike on the forums your thoughts on it. I'm sure he's looking forward to seeing everyone's feedback.
Yeah, and Mike's really good at responding to people that have perhaps been having any difficulties understanding how some things work. So
Yes.
he can give some really detailed help on that.
Yeah, the bright light is actually really well set up, isn't it, Red Leader? Mike's done the same thing on the 612. That one's when you put it in bright lights mode, it's bright.
Matt, what is your favourite loco add-on?
I mean, it'd be cheating to just say this, wouldn't it, really?
I mean, it would,
Yeah.
but you're allowed to say this as it is the launch day stream.
It's this or the 465, to be
Okay.
honest, and probably two of my favourite ones, but I also like the 101. But I want to get more out of the 101. I think we need more routes that support it. But I really like driving the 465 on Southeastern. And shunting wise, you know, this and the 363 are both amazing. But this one is really fun because it's different.
I'm actually enjoying this a lot more than I thought I would. I'm like, obviously, initially I thought I was a bit nervous. I just thought I'd be able to get it moving, but it's actually, it's pretty fun.
The German 101, sorry, Liam. Because there is no loco DLC of a 101.
Senor Snore said, is there any part where you drive large distances on the short hood?
I don't know. I've not run all of the content yet, to be honest. If Mike was around, he could answer that one.
Mike, if you're around, please answer that.
Let's see if he's on Discord.
I'm just sorry. I just asked Mike a question, and then I was catching up on the chat. Yeah, I do have a bit of a cold, so no snore. It's been kind of up and down all day, and mostly it's like when I'm not on Teams, it's fine. You know, when I'm not talking to people, it's fine. The minute I start talking to people, it flares up and it gets horrible, and I spend more time wiping my nose than talking to people. And as soon as I get off the conversation, my nose is like, right, I'm going back to sleep now. Which is, you know, a bit frustrating, but I can't evict my nose.
Now, obviously, I'm driving like the very simple version of this. What would you have shown if you'd have been driving?
I was planning to go through, so when I did the previous stream,
Yeah.
we did the first 3 services, and I was going to do the next 4.
Right.
Because they're about sort of 10-15 minutes each, and they kind of chain off to each other, and there's some really good stuff in there. So I was going to look at the services
So I guess
another time.
Yeah, and the chat can always have a look at the previous stream if they want to see someone driving perhaps a bit more competently.
No, you're doing fine. Don't say that. Must be one of those quiet, be quiet colds, yeah.
Ben Ford said, why do headlight brightness vary between different trains?
Some degree it's down to the just simply down to the author and what they put in there. Our team sort of put the same setup on each one, and you know, the third-party developers are, you know, they're looking at trying different things out, and so, you know, we'll work with them and see what they do and try and, you know, between us we'll find better ways of doing it.
Yeah. It's quite a steep gradient. Trying to give it some oomph.
Yep. You've got 4 kilometres still to go on the stream.
Yeah. And
Always
if you
good
go
reason
back-
for another weekend stream indeed. So that was fun. I enjoyed doing those show and tell streams on the weekend.
Yeah, it was quite funny as well because Matt popped up in our little group chat and he was like, am I allowed to do a stream?
I don't want to get in trouble.
The answer is of course yeah. Oh, come on little machine. I think I should have given it a bit more beans before we started going up this hill.
Yep. Oh yeah, it's got all of the beans now.
It's
You've
got all
got
of the beans.
47 kilometres an hour. That's not bad.
Let's get in there.
What route is this for, Nicholas Pace? This the G6 is for Rhineborough, Austin, the
Mhm.
Hardland to Wuppertal route.
And it's, I think it's $11.99 for the DLC.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or whatever your local currency is for any.
Yeah, 11
11.99 UK. So whatever you normally would pay for a loco DLC at 11.99 British.
Yeah.
It's the same price for your equivalent local currency.
Steam does this really weird thing sometimes where, like, if you share it on Discord, it comes up at like $71, and it's like, what currency is that?
What?
Yeah. I don't know if it adds up like the collection that you can still buy, but it's really bizarre.
How odd.
Yeah. Can you? Liam's asking, can we see the map? That's 9, isn't it, for the map?
It is indeed.
Do you want to give some details about the map?
Yeah, so we're about the middle there of the map, and this is where the S-Bahn trains would head off to the left and the rest of the trains head off to the right, so we're going to be heading off to the right.
We're going up here.
Sorry?
We're going up here. Point.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going up that way. So you've got Hagen there on the top with its massive yard area, and Wuppertal on the bottom left is just to put it into perspective.
Mm-hmm. Can we hear the horn? Yes, you can hear the horn. Now, should we do it from outside? Oh, if I put the hard hat on now, and then... Oh no!
I did that on the stream as well. Exactly what I did. I went for the hard hat and I got the emergency plunger.
That's hilarious! Wait, where is it? Oh, that sneaky little... Right, let's put my hard hat on.
Make sure you unpress the emergency plunger.
That's actually hilarious. Nobody warned me that could happen.
Now you're going to have to wait for the brake pipe to charge back up, and then you'll be fine.
And then do you put this in off for now?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Just wait for that to... It's coming up. It won't be long before your brakes release now. A couple more seconds.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yes, it kills the engine as well. Yeah. So,
Oh, I have to turn the engine back on.
yeah, you got to turn the engine on. So center the controls.
Into hold.
Yeah, into hold. You might want to apply the loco brake.
Which one am I going to apply? Okay. Right, and where do I
So-
go to put my engine
And then you
back
need to go behind you and
on? That one.
flick the switch.
There we go.
That's it.
Oops. Well, keep things excited. And then... There we go. We're off again.
Yes.
The reason I did
See?
it was because I wanted to know if you look outside.
No, it isn't. I already tried that 3 or 4 times in the last stream.
My hard hat is on.
The emergency brake plunger works as well.
Yeah, so that's what you do if push the emergency brake button.
That's so funny. I did exactly that.
That's hilarious. And I really appreciate everyone being so helpful in the chat. It really helps. Oh, that was funny. Before I did that, what were we talking about?
I can't remember. It's just wiped my memory. It was so
Yeah.
fun.
That was really funny.
Oh, we were looking at the map.
We were looking at the map, and
We were
then
looking at the map, and then there was horn needed to be sounded.
that was it. Should we do the one again?
Yeah, do some.
Yeah, and that was it. And then I came in to try and put the hard hat on because I did the horn outside.
Yep.
The hard hat is a trap. It is. You know, like that gif from Star Wars. It's a trap. Oh gosh. Nigel said, "You're doing well now. There's hope for me to get to grips with this logo." I firmly believe that if I can get to grips with it, then anybody else in the community can.
Yes. Well, I don't know. It's
You're allowed
You're
to
doing
agree.
really well.
It's fine.
it's fine. You're doing really well. Regardless of any of that, you're doing really well.
Thanks.
It's good to be getting more German diesels in the game. That's what I'm saying. There's not many German diesels in the game, so
We've been asked, is there an MTU variant, or is it only the Cummins engine variant?
only the Cummins variant, the Cummins QSK 19 or whatever it is.
How do you take the hat off? Yeah, they're trying to trick me now. I'm not putting it back on. I'll tell you how you do it. You see that there, that I'm not touching, that's right next to that emergency stop. You touch that and then the hat goes back on.
This is quite fast for a shunter, but the same is true. Even the V60 is comparatively fast for a shunter because they use quite often on locals as well as on just shunting moves. It's not the same as something like an 08 or an 09, which is much more shunting. This thing is it's got 2 modes as well. So you've got a distance mode which runs at fast speeds but has less pulling power. And then you've got the shunt mode, which is more pulling power but has less, lower top speed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it must be a QSK 23 then, Alexander. I knew it was a 19 or a 23.
What Derek said, hopefully we'll see more German diesel locos in the future for Train Sim 2, especially more shunters. What would you pick next if you could? That's not saying it's going to
Diesel
happen.
locos I want to see in the game are the 218 and the 232.
Okay.
They're two iconic diesel trains. The 232 is this big Russian looking locomotive, and they just got this amazing low beating. It's the sort of thing that when one of these things is next to you, and it just feels like the power of the engine is going to crush you. Whereas the 218 is it's just another really well-known German loco. I had a model of one when I was a lot younger. They're both two that I'd really like to see in the game at some point. I know that TSG is making a 232 as well, so that's exciting.
What Derek said, they'd also won a 218, so that's interesting.
Yeah, and 294. 294 is fine, but it's another shunter, and we're doing alright for shunters now. So the 294 kind of has to happen at some point because it's such a common piece.
We're going to apply more brakes. Oh my gosh, this downhill is huge. At what point do I apply the other brake? Because we're zooming.
Yeah, use the train brake.
Train brake.
Back into hold.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. Do we need more power now? Might have overdone it with the brakes, but Jason PFC said, I can see a spad coming. Ye who have little faith.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
I tend to get perilously close to the point where I scare myself.
But no, there's lots of really amazing German diesels. Someone mentioned the V200s, which are similar to the warships over here. That's another really good one. And then, of course, for a slightly more modern diesel, you've got the BR245s, which are really interesting as well. So there's lots of good diesels out there to be had.
What is happening?
It's stopping because his brakes need to come off. Looking at the stream, they're almost off.
Yeah, I don't think one of them was in hold, and I think it should have been in release. Let's try. I think we're good now. So what did I do there?
So when you're going too fast, you applied the brake. What you've got to remember with the brakes on this thing is that they are the same as the throttle. They're in a more, hold, less notches.
Right.
So what you do is, when you're going to apply the brakes, if you watch the brake cylinder, and let's say, for example, you want to slow down gently, you just put it in apply until you've got, say, 2 bar on the BC 2.0.
Yeah.
And then, or around about that, probably a little bit for it, you then prop it back into hold, and then you'll see the brake cylinder will stop going up.
Okay.
And that will give you a nice gentle braking. If you want more, you put it in apply a bit more, and it'll top it up. If you want less, you put it in release to lower it down again, and then back into hold to maintain it.
And then, so to get it going again, the BC should be at 0.
Correct.
Got it.
Well, we can prove it. What you do, cut your throttle, and then put the brake in apply, and put a couple of bar in the BC, and then hold it there.
Okay, let's do this. Let's figure it out. Right. So cut my throttle.
Yeah.
Put the in apply. So it's about 2 BC. Yeah. Then hold it. I've got a nice gentle brake.
There you go. Perfect. Once you're down to 35 miles an hour, put it in release.
And then it'll come back down to 0, at which point I start accelerating again.
Yeah.
Can you accelerate before it's like on actual 0?
Oh, yeah, but you'd just be dragging the brakes a little bit, that's all.
Okay. Nice.
There you go. So a bit of practice with the brakes, and you can.
Yeah.
The loco brake works the same way. It's just that it only works on the the locomotive, whereas the train brake there is applying and releasing the brakes across the length of the train. Bit of practice with it, and you'll find it's no more difficult to use than any other brakes.
That actually, now I understand how that works. I can actually see myself using that more than the other one. Like, because I was relying on the other one, really, I think. Gareth Hubble said, does this have manually lapped power to some degree?
Manually lapped power? Oh, sorry, the power. I mean, it's the phrase manually lapped doesn't necessarily apply because that's actually down to the way the brake systems works. But it is, as a user experience for how it's hold more or less, essentially is the same as manually lapped brakes, yeah. But you wouldn't describe them as manually lapped, I don't think. It's just the way that the throttle control works. It's like a less hold more. Let's say the 612 has this style of throttle, but it's got a conventional train brake. So learning to use this style of throttle on the G6 will help you as well. And there are other, because actually it's not uncommon. I've seen a number of locos in Germany that use this type of throttle now. Speed.
Yeah, I'm looking. It's creeping, isn't it? Okay, so let's try that again.
Just put 1 bar on or something.
Yeah. Didn't even do that much. Let's put more there. I think it might need more than that. Oh no.
You're alright. Oh yes, class 86, 87 tapping controller. Now that would be nice, Gareth. Totally agree.
Okay, there. Yes, speedy. I like it. Okay, I'm gonna keep it on 1 now. There. Like I said, it takes a bit of practice to get used to it.
It does. It does take a bit of practice, but once you do get the hang of it, it's quite rewarding because it's different to drive. It feels good when you figure it out.
Yeah. Imagine a 4-up challenge on an 87 with neutral sections.
Oh, Gareth, I am down for that. Oh my word, that'd be fun. Get this lot do the 4-up on TS1 using West Coast Mainline over Shat.
Look, we have a nice controlled brake right now going on, Matt.
This is beautiful. This is driven like an expert.
I mean, the student is only as good as the teacher, you know.
That doesn't really set you up for success. I wouldn't go there. Students should definitely outpace the teacher.
Trampack said, I received my PlayStation 5 today and I played Trains of World 2 for the first time, and what a difference with the PlayStation 4. Incredible, the game becomes perfect. I mean, they're really powerful machines, aren't they?
The next-gen consoles are unbelievable.
Yeah. Dr. Bart said, I think once you master it, these type of controls actually provide a more fine-grained control.
Yeah, possibly. Possibly.
I like it. I've learned how to use another type of brakes.
It's what you were hoping to do this evening, wasn't it? Before we started the stream.
Yeah, this was exactly how we planned for tonight to go.
Yep.
Sonic Scott said, speaking of next gen, how's the PS5 DLC solution coming along? Any updates?
Still in development. It's the engineers are working on it. Essentially, the crux of the problem is getting the dynamic mounting and unmounting working. So that's what's going on at the minute. Once that's done, then it's relatively straightforward after that. But we've got to get that working, and in order to get that working, we've got to get so it only knows all of the DLC that you've got to put up the route selection screen.
Yeah.
Because it's mounted all the DLC. So if we no longer mount all the DLC, at the moment the game would not think you have any routes. So they've got to. There's a new solution going in to cover that as well. So there's little bits and pieces and so forth that need to be done, but they're all being done at the moment. I don't have any closer idea of a date for it, unfortunately. All I can say is it's ongoing.
I think that's the first go via I didn't try to stop at, so we're really making progress.
Exactly, the progress here is astounding.
Liam Ed said, Matt, the 612 is also a diesel hydraulic.
It is indeed. Yeah, TSW in 4K does look stunning, doesn't it, Entis? I got a 4K screen a while back that's sitting on my desk at work now, and the clarity you get is
considerably. Oh no!
Brakes?
We're doing them all. We're doing all the brakes. There we go. I meant to do that. The only reason I saw the speed is because the chat was like, "You're speeding."
Slow down to 40 now.
40?
Yeah.
But it says 70.
I know, but you've just gone past a warning signal, green, yellow.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Make your life easy, because you're stopping at 2.6, so I imagine that's because of a diverging route coming up.
Okay, let's do the 40 then. I'm gonna give it a bit of extra brake. Nope, wrong way. Okay, I've slowed down.
That's it.
So how did you know that was a 40?
So the previous signal had a green-yellow ball signal,
Okay.
which is expect 40 at the next signal.
Oh.
So you probably find the next signal is a green-yellow.
Let's slow down a bit more. Yeah, it is.
So if you hold it around 40 for the time being.
I'm currently using the dynamic brakes.
Green-yellow, expect green-yellow, so that you're maintaining 40. Oh, this is actually a 50 from this signal, but 40 at the next, so I've just maintained 40 to be
Okay.
honest.
I'm going to use the other ones, they're quicker. I feel like I'm concentrating so much right now. I'm afraid I cannot read the chat and concentrate this hard.
It is like that, isn't it? It's very difficult.
It's incredibly difficult.
You're doing good. You got 1.5 kilometres to go. Your speed's good. And it's level track. You drive through Hargon Station by the looks of it. So like I responded to the question from, are there any scenarios or services where you run short hood for extended period? The answer is yes. The hibernal scenario. After coupling to the train, you run short hood.
Give it a bit more speed. So what station is this? Or is it a...
This is
yeah,
Hargon.
This is Hargon.
This is Hargon Station you're going by, but obviously this train doesn't stop there, so you're going about around it. You're stopping somewhere in the yard behind it. There's 3 big yards in Hargon, one after the other. Or 3 big parts of the yard. Yeah, Tripag, it's not looking like the consoles are going to get easier to get hold of this over the next year or two still. The problem's continuing. So that's carrying on at 40 again.
Yep. Yeah, it's changed to 40 now on the actual screen.
And you've got 700 yards to your stop.
Yes. So I don't want to give it too much juice.
No, if anything, you want to be getting that train brake into action. Just gently. Can you play TS with a joystick? TSW doesn't have direct joystick support. It has gamepad support. It doesn't have POTAS and anything like that support.
Ooh, actually, you know the rail driver? We were talking about that thread the other night. You know, the one where the community members listed off which ones are available and which ones aren't.
Oh yeah.
I stickied that to the forums today.
Oh, cool.
Just because I think it'll be useful for anybody to spot it as soon as they go into the PC section. So if you do have a rail driver, it should be right at the top now if you want to know which routes and locos do have support.
Very good.
Ew. I think I gave it a bit much brake there.
That's fine. Safety first in the yard.
Mm-hmm.
If you stop a bit more earlier than you're supposed to, it's much better than overshooting.
Absolutely. Let's have a nice controlled lead into it.
I do like that. It's a lovely little loco. Phil, how do you mean we'll stop marker locations be addressed? What do you mean in that way? When will the one low containers reach? I'm not sure. I have to check in with Adam.
So close! E. Uncoupled vehicles.
Oh, meaning close to red lights. It needs to be something we need to go through and have a
Wait,
look
where
at.
do you uncouple them?
Is that the right place to look up?
Doesn't look like it, does it?
Yeah, okay, that's the one you want to uncouple then.
Will it do it if I'm... yeah. There we go. That was saying like 63...
It's from where your player character is.
And then stop at location. Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably going to bed after the stream, Jason. I'm not feeling particularly hot, it has to be
probably
said.
should have a hot toddy. Then off to bed.
After driving this, which is your favourite German shunt, Nat?
What are my options?
The V60, the G6, and the 204.
I think this one then.
Remember, the 204 was the first one that Rivet did.
Yeah, I haven't driven that one.
The V60 is in Dresden.
I haven't driven that one. So this one.
And so this one then.
Yep. What is so special about shunters compared to like, you know,
They're small, they're powerful, they do shunting. You know, if what you're interested in is shunting, then having access to a PR 101 or an ICE is not going to really help you. So it's really very much for people who like shunting gameplay. These little things are brilliant. They're great fun to drive.
Yeah.
Very manoeuvrable, great visibility.
So I was just wondering, like, why did, so like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of, so you know the 363, right? In my eyes, that looks really similar, but what are the big differences between that and this?
The 363 and this?
Yeah.
Oh, probably about 40 or 50 years for one.
Okay.
So this is much more modern technology.
Yeah.
Whereas the 363 is, it's a lot more old school. This has got. It's also down to the motors and so forth that are on them. I'm sure that at this point V60s probably need an awful lot more expensive maintenance work than these things probably do.
They all
imagine
look
there's
quirky. I agree with that 100%. They look excellent.
Is this the most modern shunter we have in TSW? Yeah, it would be, I think, because there's not much in the way of other shunters.
Okay, let's slow down a bit. Like a lot. Oh dear, I can hear it coming in, like...
Well,
We've gone for an emergency brake. That was... It was going too fast. Alright. Is it release? I need to put them all in.
yeah.
And off. Oh yeah.
Wait for the brake pipe. The brake cylinder's
yeah.
coming off.
I know.
Yeah,
I
the UK
panicked
peak
a
for the
bit
Gronk. Once you've got a Gronk, you don't need anything else.
Luckily, Freight has no passengers to send through the windows. I don't know what you mean by that.
Yeah, some of the earlier shunters in the UK were quite nice. I like the 03s myself.
We stopped. Do I need to turn around? Need to turn around. Alright, so put that in. Off. Hold. Hold. Oh, can I just do the backwards?
You just mean go backwards, yeah.
Yeah, you don't
Just
have to change.
reverse
Yeah, I
it.
mean, you could change the desk if you wanted to, but
You could do.
seems
yeah, but
a bit unnecessary.
no, because you're not actually going to see much more by looking out that window. Good view of the wagons in front of you.
Yeah. This is a good little scenario, this one.
Yeah, Mike has put together some really interesting scenarios, and he had quite a bit of fun putting them together. He had a bit of challenge as well. He's found some things that we can improve with the tools.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he had some fun figuring out what you could do with the system.
I hope Mike actually had fun, like, creating this as well, because this seems like something that's been made with love, you know, like... So yeah, I hope Mike's had fun as well.
I hope so, and it seems so.
Yeah.
He's still working on stuff with us, so we haven't put him off. Good night, Phil.
Yes, good night, Phil. Hendersfield said the scenario's really good, going to try and do some more in a bit.
Yeah, I want to go through all the services because I really like the way that Mike has done that sort of like day in the life type thing with the shunter. That's really good. I love that sort of thing. How much fun it was. Welcome, Mike. Take a bow, Mike.
Yes,
Take a bow.
Mike.
Great work. No, Mike didn't do the tutorial voiceover. I think Mike got a professional actor to do that.
Can Matt come out and play this weekend? If Matt wants to, of course. Yes, Matt, if should you want to, you are welcome to play with your friends this weekend.
Woohoo! Oh yes, that's a good point. You're reversing, so I would use the 3 camera to just check what's behind your train. Because that distance is not the distance to when you're stopping the loco, but when you're stopping the rear wagon.
Am I supposed to be over there?
Oops. I bet there was a manual junction needed to be set somewhere.
There were no instructions for setting that. Let's go ahead and You see my problem, people.
Everybody get the forklift out.
So I'm gonna have to go back the other way, right?
Let's have a look at the map.
Oops.
Oh yeah, so if you pull forward, so go scroll the map
There?
up, pull forward to where you cleared that junction, and then you come back.
Yeah, it's this one here, right?
That's it.
Yeah, go up
Say
and
this
then.
one here, but
yeah.
obviously I'm looking 20 seconds behind you. Yeah,
Yeah, well, when you see it, you'll be like, yes, it's that one.
the one that yeah.
Yeah.
That looks like it.
Yeah. Well, we've had a nice scenic view of the stop marker, so there we go. Excellent. Don't stop pressing that. Let's go forwards.
I encourage mistakes, Dr. Bart. We do our greatest work when we make mistakes and learn from them.
Plus.
This is why I make so many mistakes.
Oh dear, am I gonna go? Am I gonna start here?
How far is it to the red?
250.
You should be fine. If you look on the map, you should see this where the signals are.
It's gonna be close. This is gonna be an interesting one.
Learning opportunities, indeed, Gareth.
Right.
So have a
I'm
look at the
30
map
meters
when you're
away.
clear of the junction then.
Oh, it's so painfully close.
No, you need to go a little bit forward, so you're going to have to push it right up to the signal.
This'll be fine. This'll be fine.
It'll be good. It'll be fine. I would do it from an external camera because you'll see more clearly how far you've got left to go.
Last time I did the
Does that
external
signal-
camera, it nearly oh god, okay. Right, here's my light.
Because it looks like you got a lot more room when you look like that.
Everyone's like, I love this. I'm glad someone does.
Easy does it.
Easy does it indeed. Oh boy, I am not gonna floor it. Oh no!
Let's have a look at the back.
It's so stressful! Are we clear? We're clear. That's clear, right? Tell me that's clear.
I don't think it is, you know.
Is that it
No,
there,
no.
where I'm not clear?
Yeah, you need to go forward another couple of foot.
If we got another couple of foot?
Yeah, go and have a look at the front.
Oh, this is gonna kill me.
Oh wow. You've got a couple of foot. So yeah, just it's easy. Just don't go past the red bit.
Alright.
Very, very very gentle. Use the train brake to stop because it'll be faster. Cut the power. Let's have a look on the back.
This is horrendous.
Let's have a look on the map for you.
Right. Is it gonna let me do it?
Well, try it.
It's not letting me do it. Ugh.
Okay, we're going to have to ease it forward then.
This is dreadful. Oh, okay. Right, just let me. That one's released. That one's on. Got this. It's on hold.
I mean, you want to get a forklift, lift the back end of the wagon up, move it onto the other track. If this was a model railway, this would have been slowest. I don't know about that. I've done a couple where I've been having the brakes on and off, but I've gracefully slid.
Oh no!
Stop. No!
We tried.
There was a valiant effort.
That was a valiant effort. Well, we gave it our best shot.
That was really good. That was really good. That was the G6 from TSG, folks, just released today on Steam for Train Sim World 2.
If anybody does that scenario, there's a lesson in making sure that you change the thing.
I should have mentioned it. It's good practice, actually. If you're in a yard, you should always check on the map view before you move the train to make sure that any junctions are set where you need to go for that move.
Yes, the switch. Yeah, I will remember that for future. But regardless of the SPAD, I don't know about everybody else, but I had a lot of fun tonight.
It was good. It was very good.
Yeah. So thank you to everybody that joined us. I think we're going to call it a night there, because that ended up being like a bit of a long stream, didn't it, with the late start and everything.
Yeah, really.
So, yeah, thanks to everybody for joining, and then thanks to everybody for helping us, and just once again, really well done to Mike from TSG for creating an excellent logo. So
Brilliant.
So I hope everybody had a good night, and we have no stream tomorrow, but I will be streaming again on Monday, because there's a livery designer competition that's gone live, I believe, yesterday. And so I'll be creating some festive creations on the side of something. So if there's something you want to see, let me know. But yeah, have a nice weekend, and thanks everyone.
Cheers, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.